Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. I hope you're having a good day. Over the last 24 hours, certainly this morning, people have been asking me about the pay-per-view, the Fury White pay-per-view, 25 quid, 30 euros if you're not in the UK. What do I think of it? Will I be paying for it? Well, they can't have watched my previous videos because let me reiterate my stance on pay-per-view. I don't do it. Don't believe in it. Don't contribute to it. Not doing it. Last pay-per-view I bought was in 1996, and after that I thought enough's enough. And for a number of years, I just had to watch fights when they were shown delayed. I was missing out on a lot of fights, but the big fights, I mean, but I didn't really care. I'd had enough of pay-per-view. And then, of course, modern technology flourished, and there are other ways to watch pay-per-view fights, which I think you know what I'm talking about. So I've always gone down that route. I don't buy pay-per-views. Why don't I buy them? Well, let's put it this way. We live in very austere times. Very little money around thanks to the absurdity of the last couple of years where there's been lockdowns and society's been shut down, and unnecessarily in my view, but that's a video for another time or a discussion for another time. When you have people like Fury, Canelo, AJ squeezing the financial rag dry from working class men and women, I don't go for that. I don't go for it at all. I don't believe that all is fair in love and capitalism. Never have done. 25 quid to watch a boxing match. Well, let's have a look at the Fury fight, the Fury White fight. You've got Fury, who's faced one man in the last, three and a half years. And you've got another guy, his challenger, who 2 fights ago was knocked stone cold. And they haven't even got an undercard for this fight, but already they're saying 25 quid in the UK, 30 euros out of the UK. I'm not having it. I wouldn't have it anyway, but, I'd viva la stream team, shall we say. These are supposedly men of the people. Fury, AJ, Canelo, they all sort of try to give off that image, Now, would it kill them? Would it kill a Fury or a Canelo or an AJ to take 10 million instead of 40 or 50 or whatever the fuck they're getting? Or even just 5 million, a mere 5 million, okay? More money than most of us can imagine, will ever see. And these are people who are already outrageously wealthy. They have tens and tens of millions of pounds in the bank. But they continue to squeeze the rag dry. As far as Warren and Aram and all the others are concerned, if you trust any of them ever, you must be higher than Queen Kong's twat. There is no way on God's green earth that I am giving my hard-earned cash, and it is hard-earned, to people who are already worth tens of millions of dollars. As far as the promoters are concerned, they don't give a damn about the punter, despite what they say. The boxers are their clients. They themselves want a big chunk of the money, and the more money the boxers make, the more they make. Now, some people say, yeah, but in America it's $100 for a pay-per-view. Well, so what? More fool them. If they are stupid enough to pay $100 to watch a fight, more fool them. They need to be on a psychiatrist's couch. And just because, it's $100 over there, so it's only 25 here. I've even heard people say, well, I'd pay 30, I'd pay 35 because it's such a great fight. You may be glad of your chains, in which case, bend over and take it up the arse. But I'm not. I don't believe in this system where, anything's okay. Anything goes. The more money they can squeeze out of us, well, that's just the way it is. And, that's the free market for you. Fuck that. I believe in the fair market. Okay, I'm not going to be some stooge for some, I don't know, away with the fairies, elitist, up in the ivory tower athlete who's already worth God knows how much money. I'm not going to be throwing more money at someone like that when I have to go to work for 40 hours a week and do what I do, and maybe you're the same, And then, we get the privilege of paying through the nose, already paying for our TV license, the BT subscription or the Sky subscription or the DAZN subscription. We get the privilege of, paying even more to watch these, mighty warriors. Now, without a shadow of a doubt, these guys do put their lives on the line. Fury, Canelo, AJ, White, all of them. They are no argument there. And this is a pretty good fight. Fury versus White. I'm looking forward to it. I want to see that fight, and I'm going to see it, but I'm not paying for it. So yeah, I've got no problem with them earning money, but would it kill them to take take a 5 million, paycheck instead of 50? They're going to struggle on that. If they're men of the people, give something fucking back to the people. And some people say, well, boycotting pay-per-view. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll buy this one, but I won't buy that one. Well, then you're still buying into the pay-per-view system. It doesn't matter whether you want one and you don't want the other. You're still part of that. You're still a cog in that, a little, very insignificant cog in that machine. The only way you get rid of this nonsense, this fleecing to the bone of the punter, is to boycott it. And with modern technology, you can do that. You can, do what you got to do to get it, quote unquote free. And to anyone who says, yeah, but you're taking money out of the game, you're taking money out of boxers. I mean, fuck you. I'm in my mid-50s and I have spent thousands upon thousands of pounds going to small hall shows. I can't even count the amount of York Hall gigs alone that I've been to, and I've been to tons of others. But I won't pay through the nose for the fight game. Boxing's working class sport. And no, I'm not going to be some damn mug who you just take the piss out of. And if you are, well, you ain't got much dignity. That's all I've got to say. I've got more dignity than that. As far as the fight's concerned, yeah, not a bad fight at all. Not a bad fight at all. But no, pay-per-view, no. Enough's enough. Enough is enough. No more. No more, no more, no more. Like I say, I haven't had a pay-per-view since 96. The technology that we have, why shouldn't we use it? Why? Why is technology the domain of the powerful and the rich? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. By the way, the internet and all the technology that we enjoy was created using taxpayers' money. Predominantly in America, the American military, at places like MIT. And then it was given, not sold, but given to private interests to exploit in the best way for them possible, which means we take it up the arse while they're, fleecing us. No. We've got access to technology too. We can use it to our advantage. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. So Mr. Warren and Mr. Aram and Mr. Hearn and everyone else, this is your little system. Don't think that because you're not literally breaking any laws, you're being in any way fair. And don't think that because, by using other methods, shall we say, to watch your product, that we're the bad guys. We're not the bad guys. There comes a time when you have to stand up and say, enough's enough. Enough fleecing to the bone. Oh, these fights couldn't be made if we didn't have pay-per-view. Yes, they fucking could. If pay-per-view was outlawed, do you think that, the Canelos and the Furies are going to accept, just a 5 to 10 million paycheck, are going to refuse a 5 to 10 million paycheck because they can't get 40 or 50? No, they'll take it. They'll take it because it's a shit ton of money, more than we're ever going to see. So yeah, fuck pay-per-view. I'm not buying into it. I'm not watching it. I mean, I will watch the fight, but I'm not using it. And those are my thoughts. So you may disagree. If so, leave your comments below. I ain't got a problem with that. You can disagree. That's fine. Yeah, leave your comments below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button. As usual, I'll speak to you again soon. Take care. I always appreciate your time for watching these videos. Even if you don't agree with me, ain't a problem. We're all big boys. It takes a lot to make me cry. So leave your comments below. And yeah, much love. Take care of yourselves. Speak soon.